So Jake was cleaning up and he got caught in the rain, but we needed the rain.
Yeah,
we were just talking about this, right?
Throw her down!
Hey, what's up, y'all? I have a very rare Friday Snapchat story for you. I think you're gonna like it, so stay tuned. Here, I'll give you a hint. The skies are still gray here, just like they always have been, and the ash trees are all dead from emerald ash borer. Anyway, I'm coming up on a spot right now that I'm gonna share with you. It's where I've spent a lot of time. The Project Lawn from 2013, South Point Baptist Church. So there it is. There is the basis of the hybrid organic lawn program right there. Beautiful place, and the lawn is still looking pretty good this many years later. I'm sure they must be doing something good.
Good. Awesome.
Ready to get started today?
Yes, I am. Let's go. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you for this?
Dude, I'm fired up. I got the selfie stick
That's
going.
right. Good boy.
Hey guys, all right, so let me interrupt this little moment here because I've got some things to fill you in on so you can follow the storyline here. Okay, so last weekend on Saturday, I went to see Jake and we had a whole day of filming planned, and I'm going to tell you guys all about that. And in fact, we did film, and I'm going to tell you it was freaking epic. I mean, it was great. I mean, we had fertilizer we're slinging down. We're talking about application rates, pounds on the ground. I mean, Jake's just nailing the math. We were in a flow. We were up and down the driveways, up and down the sidewalks, talking about the lawn, finding problems, going through this and that. I mean, it was everything that you would want in like a really fast-paced, heavy informational lawn care video. I mean, it was that good. We had a really good time. Everything went great. I was really happy with the shoot, and I knew that we had a good video all about throw her down. And then we also talked a little bit about seating windows because Jake's got some seating going on at his house. So the next morning, Sunday morning, I got up, took a nice walk. This is like the perfect representation of suburban sprawl in the Midwest. Look at these houses. It's like subdivision. Seriously, if I spot a Pontiac Aztec, then I know that this is the ultimate suburban playground here. Beautiful Midwest grass. Look at that. Pretty. And then my day is completely ruined. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Crown Point, Indiana. Artificial turf football field. I can't believe tax dollars. I mean, it just pains me to think that my tax dollars went to paying for this artificial turf. You know what, Crown Point, Indiana? You are dead to me. Went up to the local Starbucks and decided I'm going to download my footage. I'm going to start editing right now because my hopes were that I could have gotten a video out last Sunday. I didn't think it would be possible, but I was going to try. So I download the footage and I get the footage from the main camera, which is this one. It's a Sony RX100 Mark II. And this is the main camera that I use on this selfie stick, right? And this is the main camera that I walk around and film with. And it also produces the best audio because I've got that dead cat on the mic on the top. And so I'm downloading my footage. And again, this is the camera that matters. This is the one that's got most of the juice on it. And as I download the footage off the car, I realized that absolutely no audio from the entire day got picked up. This microphone here snaps into this hot shoe on the top, and that lets the camera read it and everything. And for some reason, it was not all the way popped in. It was like slightly off, but it was still attached enough that it triggered the internal mic not to pick up, whereas the external mic on the hot shoe also didn't pick up. So long story short is an entire day of what was awesome filming came out to be absolutely nothing. It was just useless. So what I did is I had to drop back and punt, and I called Jake immediately that Sunday. I said, Jake, you know, we're going to have to reshoot. Now, we couldn't redo everything. We had put down pounds and pounds and pounds on the ground of fert.
Throw her down!
And we're going to still talk about that, but we couldn't reshoot that part. But I said, let's at least try to do some sort of narration over the top. Let's walk the lawns back and forth, and let's talk a little bit about it. And we actually ended up coming up with even some extra footage I thought was really good. So the last thing is Jake had a lot of cameras running because he's filming for his channel. A different perspective, different point of view, but I'm able to use quite a bit of his footage to also string the story together and hopefully be able to tell it in the right order here for you. So with that, let's get back out to Northwest Indiana, back out to Jake the Lawn Kid's house in my old lawn, and let's pick up on the action the best we can, and let's see if we can make something out of this footage for you guys.
All right, Jake, so here we are 24 hours after our original shoot yesterday.
Yeah.
So I just want you to,
fun.
yeah, I just want you to know that I fully blame you. When you begged me to come here and shoot with you, when you said, Alan, I need you to come and support me, I said, Jake, I require only a couple things. And one of those is that I don't do any filming, I don't have to do any work. Before we talk about what we did yesterday, why is your driveway all jacked up?
Okay. So I have rust fungus in the backyard, and I was mowing earlier. So I came up here to wash it, and I realized I washed it a little bit too high on the driveway. I should have washed it down here, right by the sewer. That was probably the dumbest mistake I made. But hey, it looks good on YouTube.
Yeah, well, look at all that. So here's what we did yesterday. So the first thing we did is we looked at Jake's over here. He was doing some rehab, and so basically what we said is, if you want to see the full rehab piece here, and then what this monstrosity is over here, and this rehab spot over here, is you need to go ahead and subscribe to his channel, because he's going to show you the rehab that he did here, as well as in about a week, right?
Yeah, in about a week.
As well as some of the results that he's got.
Holy cow, this video is going to be such a hodgepodge, but that's okay. We're going to try to get this done. So look, here's what we got, my friends. We've got two houses, right? We've got my old house over here, Jake the Lawn Kid, right? Okay, so there's the two houses. We have, let's see, driveway that comes out here and driveway that comes out there. And then we have street out here. All right, so there's where we are. There's the two houses. I don't know why I made Jake's house bigger than mine. So the first thing is Jake did a rehab right here in this section of his lawn. And he did that last weekend. And then he also started doing something right here, but kind of decided to back off of it and left some damage. And then he also did some rehab in this parkway right here. So these three areas are areas that Jake's been working on, and if you go to his channel today, he'll have a video uploaded there showing his initial rehab. But of course, when I show up in town, I'm gonna destroy his rehab and I'm gonna take it to the next level, and that was what the thrower down part was. So let me kind of explain what we did there.
So then after we did that, I said, let's take this to another level. And so Jake went ahead and did a quick cleanup, right?
Yeah.
Mowed, did all that kind of thing. So then what we did is we decided, all right, so let's see what Jake's already put down here for his fall rehab. So how much Milorganite did you put down?
About 3/4 pound.
Yeah, 3/4 pound in. So I said, we need to really throw it down.
That's right.
We need to take it up a notch, right?
Yep. Time to take it up to business level.
Business level, I like that.
So we established first that he's got 2,400 square feet between his side yard, his front yard, and his parkway. And he's already put down a full dose of Milo, which gave him 3/4 pound in. All right, so he's already applied that about a week before we started shooting. And I said, all right, buddy, let's take it up another notch and let's get this to 1.25 pounds in. And so we took and we put down ringer, or he did. He put down ringer, and he applied ringer over his entire lawn, and he put that down at a rate of 0.5 or 1/2 pound in. And with ringer being as that it's a 1002, I think it is, that means he put down 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet total in order to add that 0.5 pound in. And so that meant then that he was going to use 12.5 pounds on the ground total to give himself that extra 1/2 pound in. And then what that gave us overall, so what that gave us is 1.25 pounds in total on this lawn within like a 7-day period. So really essentially back to back. If you want to see what his lawn looks like after that, that's when you need to go subscribe also and see exactly how green this puppy gets. Additionally, we also threw her down a ton more seed in this spot. In this spot, we did some quick watering, and then I threw out by hand another bunch of ringer. I threw a whole bunch more ringer in these spots here.
It's nice and wet over here too.
I'm gonna try to sell you insurance. It's just grass seed.
Yep. Okay.
It's grass seed, it's cheap, throw it down.
That's right.
There you go.
All right,
Nice.
Let me get a shot. Spots like that. Drop them heavy, right?
Yeah, that's heavy enough.
Put over here.
Yeah, good. All right.
Good?
So this is what I'm saying. Why are you so chintzy on your seed? put it down hardcore. It's only gonna help. Lightly, just lightly. We just watered in light, and that's really just so it'll stick. All right, we just want it to get sticky.
How long are you gonna water this for?
That's it. All right, so we have some grass seed left over. So I mean, what are we gonna do with it, right? You can't keep it in the over winter. It'll just get trashed.
No.
All right, so just throw it in that bare spot right there.
Gotta use it.
Let's let it compete with all that clover. I mean, you got it all roped off here anyway. Yeah, boy, it's cheap. Throw it down.
Throw it down.
Your dad paid for it anyway, didn't he?
So you're just gonna throw this down over there?
Yeah, man, just look. You just take handfuls and you just sprinkle it out like you're eating chickens.
Very good.
Huh?
Yep.
I mean, a little bit, you know, it's almost like this. And you get some ringer. And you get some ringer. And you get some ringer. All right, that's
All right, that's it.
And you get some ringer. And you get some... Just messing around. So we have got massive nitrogen on this lawn. Subscribe to Jake's channel and you'll see the results right around Halloween time. Throw her down! Now, over here, we also went over next door. We have permission from the lady that owns the house now to put down some fertilizer.